Us women are guilty of feeling guilty about everything. We attempt to do it all, keep the house and look after the children whilst performing brain surgery. Well, my next two guests, journalist Collette Walsh and inspirational speaker Kenyon, are here to tell us why we find it so tough to say no. Why do we find it so tough to say no? Collette, let's start with you.
Yeah, well, I spotted the writer of this book in America, The Power of No, has really come up with a brilliant, kind of reaction here because, it's true, as women, we don't know how to say no. We pile on all these tasks throughout the day, mum, professional woman, lover, and friendship, a social life. And by the end of the day, we're so depleted and we wonder why. And it's just because we've got to learn to say no more. Otherwise, we're just not going to, function as we would really love to and get to enjoy all the things that we're working for.
So, Jane, how do you suggest we start saying no? Because I'm guilty of it. I'm a yes
we were talking
person.
about it before, weren't we? That it's about being this eternal people pleaser and it's about wanting to be liked and wanting to be popular. So that means that we assume that if we say no, we won't be liked or we won't be popular. And I think that we've got to start letting it go. And the way I describe it, we think that doing everything gives us power. It actually just gives us a migraine.
Yeah, absolutely.
We think that it gives us control. It gives us nothing.
And it makes us popular.
Yeah.
Please disease.
Yeah. And it's this V word, it's this vulnerability, isn't it? It's like if I let go, if I say no to things, then, I'm going to be perceived as vulnerable or seen as weak. And my goodness, I don't want to be seen as vulnerable. But actually, vulnerability is power. And what I always say to women, would you rather be the chauffeur or the VIP sat in the back?
I'd rather be the VIP.
Absolutely,
back.
absolutely. Which means that you have to let somebody else drive once in a while, don't you?
Absolutely, it's very interesting that. But why being vulnerable does that make us in power? I can't equate the two together.
Because if you occasionally let your guard down and occasionally let other people do things for you, for instance, your husband or man or boyfriend or whatever, your partner, then, that is you being your true, authentic self. And that's who you are. If you're trying to control everything and never say no, you're not being real, are you?
Very interesting.
You're not being real.
Very, very interesting. So, if we're going to wake up tomorrow morning, Collette, and we go, right, new year, new me, I'm going to start saying no to the things I don't want to do. How do we do it?
Well, you don't have to, go out and buy Beth Wareham's book. Just really simple things, just sort of incorporate, saying to your friends and your family when they are requesting for you to do extra errands, just say, you know what, do you mind if I just get back to you on that? Also, BlackBerry, mine broke today, and you would think my world had fallen apart. But in fact, you know what, we don't need our mobile phones on all the time. Switch it off in the evening, have a bit of free time. And also, this book's gone down a storm in America, and American women are a little bit more up for saying no and meaning it. So as British women, we need to just sort of, take command of it and enjoy sort of our free time more and stop being super women. It's just, it's nice to just be authentic and just be yourself.
Stop beating yourself up all the time. If you can't do all the things in one day that you planned, so what? The world's not going to end, is it?
I think this sounds very good in theory, and I'm taking it on board, and I would love to put this into some sort of practice. However, I know tomorrow I'm going to say yes to at least 4 or 5 things I don't want to do.
Start with small things and work your way up.
And also check your behaviour. Why are you saying yes to all those things? What does that say about you? If you keep saying yes to all these things and you never allow yourself to have any me time that allows you to recharge and reconnect, why? Because it's a behavioural thing and it's a habit, and you can stop it as quickly as you started it. But you have to understand why you're doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Gemma, make yourself unavailable. There's nothing better than being exclusive. People love what people love what they can't have.
Oh, yeah.
Just go in and design a shop,
yeah.
and there's people queuing up for the most expensive things. Make yourself unavailable.
Like it. I'm going to become designer. Ladies, thank you very much. We've run out of time, but thank you so much.
Pleasure.